Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so shout out to everybody who's in the building early. It's good to see each and every one of you. If you guys can hear me okay and everything is looking good on the screen, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you guys cannot hear me or things are looking kind of bad, give me a thumbs down or an angry face. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who is in the building early. All right. Shout out to Alexandria. It's good to see you as always. Shout out to Tedra Mitchell. Good to see you as always. Shout out to the birthday shorty, Brooklyn Queen 125. Good to see you as always. And also make sure y'all show her some love for off rip like enforcement. Definitely appreciate it. All right. So we're going to react to this video real quick. Your boy, Stephen A. Smith, has reacted to Kamala Harris's interview. All right, you know this about to be pure comedy. So before we get into it, I'm gonna ask y'all, because I haven't seen it yet. You know what I'm saying? I just seen it. I'm like, bet. Made the thumbnail, boom, got a couple other things done. You know what I'm saying? Came back to it. Do y'all think that he took his Ativan for this one, or do you think he about to be flipping out? Which one? Let me know what y'all think. So we're gonna check this out real quick. All right, let's get it.
Couldn't wait to get into this next subject. I absolutely positively couldn't wait, ladies and gentlemen. It was necessary, and I couldn't wait to get into it. I've been waiting all day to touch on it.
So we already know off the rip, he lit. Stephen A. lit. He didn't take the Ativan. It's about to be going. Let's get it. Bet. If y'all ain't smashed the like button, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Hit that bell. Make sure you guys share the stream to your social media and tag one of your peoples that's interested in this type of info in the post. Let's go.
Yes, because last night, Democratic nominee Vice President Kamala Harris sat down for her first interview since entering the race 5 weeks ago, alongside VP nominee Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Both were interviewed by CNN's Dana Bash. When asked what she would do on day one as president, Harris said she would look for ways to, quote, strengthen the middle class, end quote, and try to bring down housing prices nationwide. Harris also plans to...
Shout out to Torian. Torian says, I don't trust Stephen A. He's too fair weather for me and has shown his big hand way too many times when it comes to black people. Super facts. If you guys agree with Torian, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Stephen A. Smith is nothing but comedy for me. You know what I'm saying? Dude is hilarious, and I don't take him serious for anything other than how to seriously be a clown. If y'all agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Let's get it.
Extend a $6,000 child tax credit to families in the first year of a child's life. Former President Trump's campaign is mocking Vice President Harris for bringing Walz to her first interview since launching her bid for the White House. However, Trump's first interview, just to get this out of the way, remember his first interview after the Republican National Convention was a joint interview alongside his running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, with Fox News' Jesse Waters.
Now, immediately gaslighting, if you ask me, right? Why? Because Trump has never shied away from the camera. The whole issue about Kamala Harris is that she had been away from the media for 40 days. So to compare a joint interview with Vance and Trump to a joint interview with Kamala Harris and an emotional support human is intellectual dishonesty. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Torian. Torian says he says this now, but if Kamala says or does something he agrees with, he will be back on here praising as if he didn't make the commentary right. Talking about, come on, shorty, let's go. Come on, shorty, let's go. You know what I'm saying? With his forehead shining. Shout out to the specialist. And shout out to everybody that's in here. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed that like button yet, y'all already know what to do. We on it. Make sure y'all smash that like button. We got 24 people watching and we got 11 likes. Let's try to get the likes to 30.
And if you look back over the last decade, presidential candidates have sat for interviews with their running mates, including John McCain with Sarah Palin in 2008. Barack Obama did the same with Joe Biden that same year as well.
Now, again, with this montage that he has up here, have all of these people been criticized for being away from the media for 40 days prior to their first interview? Let me know in the comment section.
Hillary Rodham Clinton and Tim Kaine did a joint interview in 2016. And finally, Donald Trump and Mike Pence also sat down together in 2016. That was a quote that a lot of people were making. And I understand that quote. It certainly came from members of my team. because I want to put you up. Listen, I've got some family members. I've got people that I'm close to. I've got a staff that I trust tremendously so. And they express themselves. See, I want the expressions. I don't want a bunch of yes people around.
There you go. He about to go off. I told y'all he was going off. So we can already say that the title is not clickbait. Stephen A goes off because he went off. There it is right there. He snapped. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. Let's get it. Certified, not misinformation.
2016. And finally, Donald Trump and Mike Pence also sat down together in 2016. That was a quote that a lot of people were making. And I understand that quote. It certainly came from members of my team because I want to put you up. Listen, I've got some family members. I've got people that I'm close to. I've got a staff that I trust tremendously so. And they express themselves. See, I want the expressions. I don't want a bunch of yes people around me. Okay. I mean,
Hey, if Stephen A. Smith is an adult version of Kai Cenat, give me a thumbs up. If he ain't, give me a thumbs down.
you may not know him. This is dude Rashawn. Let me tell you something right now. I got a dude named Rashawn that works for me. That man don't listen to anything I say until he has to. I mean,
this is the dude that'll just get, you have no idea this is coming. You sit down and look at it, and this dude just fronted all on you, and you one of his friends and employees, and he just has taken up about 5 minutes of his video that's probably going to be broadcast to close to 1 million people. You know what I'm saying? And he's fronting all on you, all on his video. Must be nice.
He wakes me up at 7 a.m. to get on my last damn nerves, okay, about his opinions, okay? He ain't no yes, but I mean, I got Sherry. You would think. I mean, listen. I'm a marvelous boss. I'm told. I'm a boss, right? You wouldn't know. I mean, Sherry, like, I don't agree with that at all. I mean, I don't know what you're thinking. And somebody else who's going to remain nameless took the time out of her busy schedule. She's married, got dogs in the house and all of this other stuff, happily married person, very, very busy, preoccupied with her life and a multitude of jobs and responsibilities.
See, this is what I'm saying. He's snapped. He's already snapped. What's going on here? What's he talking about? Who's he talking about? Everybody about to get it for no reason. It's supposed to be about Kamala Harris.
And all of this other stuff. But oh no, this person took the time to sit down and write a damn dissertation to me about how wrong she thought my opinion was after watching me on Cuomo Nation with Chris Cuomo on Thursday night. She took the time to write a note to me. Let's put that note in because I want the public to see. I ain't gonna let you know who it is. Because
so he gonna put hey, Stephen A. Smith to show you screenshots. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Anybody in the comment section that's cool with Stephen A., be very careful with how you communicate with Stephen A. Stephen A. the type that'll put your screenshots out. Facts. Shout out to Tori. And this dude loud when he on mute. Bro, when he's thinking, he's loud. You can hear him you can literally hear from down the block when he's having mental internal conflicts. You know what I'm saying? That's how loud this dude is.
I love her to death. You understand that she's entitled to her opinions, but damn it, I want y'all to see the kind of stuff that I got to deal with right here, okay? Now, damn it, that's not enough on the screen. Some of it is cut out, so I need to be able to read this post that she sent to me. Respectfully, I respectfully disagree. There have been at least 4 presidents to date who have sat for an interview with their presumptive vice presidential nominee, and that includes Trump, Pence, the vice president. Selection matters. Right now, it's taking up space in Trump's head, causing him to show out and all of this other stuff. This is what she said. This is what she said. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want, and I say this, albeit rhetorically, to members of my staff, to Democrats and liberals I know everywhere, to Black women who are supporting Kamala Harris.
Uh-oh. Shout out to Deneen. Deneen says, I would never work for him. Facts. Super facts. If y'all agree with Deneen, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. I would never work with this dude. I would never tell this dude anything personal. I would be very selective with what I wrote down or texted him. This dude is the type of dude that is just spontaneous on a drop of a dime, will literally just give up the ghost and tell anything about everything.
To graphic folks working for me like Shagoon sitting there looking like Patrick Beverly, talking to me and swearing up and down on my Lord. Kamala. I ask one simple question. Do y'all want to hug and sing kumbaya to one another, or do you want to win the damn election? Because you want to look at me, Rashawn, when I'm talking to you. If you want to win the election, listen.
Oh, Tetra got a good Point. Facts. Tedra said he don't want any yes men around because he's already a yes man for his bosses. Facts. He's the alpha male yes man. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree with Tedra, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Stephen A is the alpha male yes man. How you gonna be an alpha male yes man? I never seen one before. Maybe that's what that A in Stephen A. Smith stands for. Stephen Alpha Male Yes Man Smith.
To me, America, listen to me. All of that rhetoric y'all talking don't mean a damn thing, including the text that I just read to you on the air. Sit up, Sherry, when I'm talking to you, please. I got stuff on my mind.
Stephen A crazy, man. Stephen A got big issues.
Listen to me. All of that rhetoric y'all talking don't mean a damn thing, including the text that I just read to you on the air. Sit up, Sherry, when I'm talking to you, please. I got stuff on my mind. Honor free, I can't read that.
Yo, shout out to the specialist for starting it out, man. Make sure y'all show some love, throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for the specialist funding the organization. I appreciate it, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
The specialist said Stephen A. Smith sound. Hold on real quick. Stephen A. Smith sound.
Just like a woman. That's because some of you niggas, you be acting just like a woman. Nigga Reaper keep it 1,000.
Yo, if y'all agree with the specialist and if y'all agree with the Reaper, throw some flames in the chat. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. We're going to ask the survey question again. Do Stephen A. Smith sound
just like a woman? That's because some of you niggas, you be acting just like a woman. Nigga Reaper keep it 1,000.
Shout out to Carlton. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to last name. What's good?
You're right like a kindergarten person. Come on, man. I can't see that. Here's the deal. Listen to me, y'all. Listen good. We're trying to win an election. And I don't say we like I'm some liberal because I'm a registered independent. I say we, people who don't want Trump to win. You bring up all of those presidents and all of their sit-downs with vice presidents. Did any of them avoid a primary? Was any of them vice president when the president, the incumbent, literally had the path paved for him and everybody was moved out of the way so he couldn't be exposed for being cognitively declining?
Yeah.
Did that happen with Barack Obama and Joe Biden?
Nope. Nope.
Did that happen with Trump and Pence?
Nope.
Did that happen with Hillary and Tim Kaine?
Nope.
Did that happen with Clinton and Gore?
Nope.
Did that happen with HW?
Nope.
I mean, think about it for a second here.
What kind of shit
And
is
Mr.
that?
Dan Quayle himself, I had brain lock for a second. Pay attention. None of these people avoided a primary. None of these people were people that you didn't see debating candidates for their own party, where the people selected them. That did not happen with Kamala Harris. That did not happen before June 27th when Joe Biden showed up in a debate. And as Anthony Scaramucci, showing up on News Nation, being interviewed by Chris Cuomo, pointed out, and I quote, during the debate, President Joe Biden looked like a dude standing in a nursing home waiting for a nurse to feed him applesauce.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I'm the king of the world. You will bow down, bitches.
We got to run this one back, man. We got to run this one back. I didn't see this interview that he was talking about. Shout out to AW1. Shout out to Shaka. What's good with y'all? Did y'all see this interview that he was talking about? Stephen A. Smith going off like this.
Turn this bitch up!
Train the remix God!
I'll tear this bitch up! Turn this bitch up! I will! Turn this bitch up! I will! Turn this bitch up! I'll tear this bitch up!
Idiots! I'm surrounded by incompetence!
That was the wildest description. I might have to clip that.
Did that happen with Barack Obama and Joe Biden? Did that happen with Trump and Pence? Did that happen with Hillary and Tim Kaine? Did that happen with Clinton and Gore? Did that happen with HW? I mean, think about it for a second here. And Mr. Dan Quayle himself, I had brain locked for a second. Pay attention. None of these people avoided a primary. None of these people were people that you didn't see debating candidates for their own party, where the people selected them. That did not happen with Kamala Harris. That did not happen before June 27th when Joe Biden showed up in a debate. And as Anthony Scaramucci showing up on News Nation, being interviewed by Chris Cuomo pointed out, and I quote, during the debate, President Joe Biden looked like a dude standing in a nursing home waiting for a nurse to feed him applesauce.
Oh, man, that's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. Right. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man, I'm dead.
That is a quote. That is a quote. And if Joe Biden looked that way in June 27th, what was he a month earlier? Or a month before that? Or a month before that? When those debates could have taken place. It was nowhere. We didn't see it because the Democrats.
Shout out to DeAndre liking for us, and I appreciate you, bro. Yo, if y'all haven't smashed the like button, do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. We got 30 people watching, and we got 20 likes. Let's try to get the likes to 50. If y'all haven't shared, make sure that y'all take a moment and share. Also, if y'all not part of the Discord, hit that Discord link that's pinned in the chat. If it don't work, say something in the chat. The mods will hook you up with a new one.
Greased the skids, so he didn't have to face competition. These are facts. These are facts.
These are facts. Yo, this might be, hey, shout out to AW1. This might actually be a drop right here. This might be a drop right here. These are facts.
First to feed him applesauce. That is a quote. That is a quote. And if Joe Biden looked that way.
Look, I'm gonna have to chop this whole thing up. That's a clip right there. That is a quote. That is a quote.
Kamala Harris. That did not happen before June 27th when Joe Biden showed up in a debate. And as Anthony Scaramucci,
right,
showing up on News Nation.
Right. Shout out to last name. Last name says Stephen A. Smith is on code, but was behind Biden until he was told not to be. Right. Stephen A. Smith is on code until it pays better to not be. Right.
Being interviewed by Chris Cuomo pointed out, and I quote, during
Shout
the
out to Jay.
debate,
What's good with it, bro?
President Joe Biden looked like a dude standing in a nursing home waiting for a nurse to feed him applesauce. That is a quote. That is a quote. And if Joe Biden looked that way in June 27th, what was he a month earlier? Or a month before that? Or a month before that? When those debates could have taken place. It was nowhere. We didn't see it because the Democrats greased the skids. So he didn't have to face competition. These are facts. These are facts.
There it is right there.
So if that is
there it is right there, DeAndre. These are facts. These are facts.
Before that, when those debates could have taken place, it was nowhere. We didn't see it because the Democrats greased the skids. So he didn't have to face competition. These are facts. These are facts. So if that is the backdrop,
shout out to
and you
Calvin
have
C. What's good
somebody
with it, bro?
like Trump, who's very, very short on substance when he's articulating his message and defers to insults and one-liners and doing all of these kind of things, I believe you're playing right into his hands.
Shout out to Keep It 100.
You can't
What's good
see
with
that?
it, bro?
You, Kamala Harris, you're the vice president of the United States. You are a former senator, a former state attorney general in the second largest state in the region, in the republic. You're a former prosecutor. This man has been indicted. He's been convicted on 34 felony counts. He's been impeached twice. He's lost civil cases. And oh, by the way, he gets grilled at the National Association for Black Journalists. And
shout out to Ricky. Ricky says, keep doing interviews, Kamala Harris. This will get not elected. Yeah, I agree. And to me, again, what the interview has exposed is it is completely exposed why they were keeping her chaperoned and keeping her out of the public eye. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. The interview that was designed and created, tailored to her to help her, ultimately exposed her, which is wild. How you gonna get exposed when you have a tailor-made, home-built, home court advantage? That's wild. If you can't do anything when you have all the cards stacked in your favor, how you gonna do anything when you don't have any control over the situation? Shout out to Keep It 100. Keep It 100 said, I got to see the interview. Bro, hey, there goes some content for you, bro. You should actually react to that on your channel. If y'all not subscribed to Keep It 100, make sure y'all hit that link and subscribe to his channel.
His immediate response is, it's a very horrible question, the worst question that could have ever been asked. You didn't even say hello. How are you? This is what he does. He goes up against Marco Rubio. He called him Little Marco. He said Jeb Bush, low energy. Carla Fiorina, she's a 4. Teasing Chris Christie about his weight. Called Ron DeSantis, Ron the Sanctimonious.
Look, shout out to AW1. AW1 said, yo, Rob, I think he's auditioning for the Republicans. Hell to the nah. I think he's auditioning for any ducats that he can get. Who do y'all think that he's auditioning for? Y'all think he auditioning for the Republicans, or y'all think that he auditioning for the ducats? While he's sitting up there doing like this.
Just like a woman. That's because some of you niggas, you be acting just like a woman. Nigga, Reaper keep at 1,000.
The man comes up with one-liners that are catchy, and as a result, people gravitate to that. They pay very little attention to whatever substance he may have or is lacking, and he wins anyway. And he doesn't even do it by winning the popular vote. He lost the popular vote in 2016. He lost it again in 2020. You, Kamala Harris, what the hell are you doing? I'm not saying what are you doing as in right now. The strategy thus far is fine. I'm talking about moving forward. And when you know the world is transfixed on you as the potential next president of the United States.
Facts. Shout out to Jay. Jay said, remember, they bother him to calm people down after Tyree Nichols. Right. And that's what I'm saying. Stephen A. Smith is loyal to self-interest and loyal to dollars. If y'all agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down.
And we're looking to see what you do. You show up with Tim Walz by your side? Really? Really? You know we were looking for you. You know we wanted to hear from you. No disrespect to him whatsoever. But ain't nobody, how many times you gonna hear that he's a school teacher and a former coach?
Now, again, we got to keep asking this question. We got to ask this question. Shout out to Get Noticed with Nikki. What's good with it? Was Tim Walz Kamala Harris's emotional support animal? If he was the emotional support animal, throw a teddy bear in the chat. If he wasn't, then give me a thumbs down. She literally brought a human support animal to the interview with her. A human emotional support animal. That's what he was.
That he gets you. How many times? We know this already. We got it. You want to talk to us about the state of affairs in Minnesota? You want to talk to us about it being one of the highest tax states in the Republic? You want to talk to us about whatever crime is going on there? What your positions were during the riots, et cetera, et cetera? I'm down with you. I got it. But there's millions of people who disagree. If you want to go that route, no. Nobody cared. You know why? They want to hear from her. And why do they want to hear from her? Because when she was
they want to hear from her. Oh man, I'm dead, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching, man. I appreciate you guys being here. If you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, take a moment, hit the bell. We got 49 people watching. That's what's up. And we got 31 likes. Let's try to get those likes to 80. Let's get it.
Vice president, you never heard from her. And she was getting blamed for stuff that she may not have deserved to get blamed for.
Shout out to James Hudson. What's good with it, bro?
We're blaming you for flip-flopping on fracking. Is it true? Are you? Healthcare. Has your position flip-flopped on that?
We don't need to ask these questions. We literally saw her lie in real time. So the fact that Stephen A. Smith is doing this, now we got Stephen A. doing a little bit of gaslighting. There's no debate. There's no question. We all literally saw Kamala Harris lie about the fracking situation in real time. That's not debatable, right? That this is a stone cold, inarguable fact. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. These are facts. These are facts. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
Is the people who disagree. If you want to go that route, no. Nobody cared. You know why? They want to hear from her. And why do they want to hear from her? Because when she was the vice president, you never heard from her. And she was getting blamed for stuff that she may not have deserved to get blamed for. Well, what is it?
Hey, you done worked up a sweat. Hey, he done worked up a sweat. He need to throw on some new deodorant. Man, I'm dead.
We're blaming you for flip-flopping on fracking. Is it true? Are you? Healthcare. Has your position flip-flopped on that?
All these questions about has her position flip-flopped. We saw her flip-flop on it in real time. We saw her flip-flop on it.
Or is it the same? They're talking about, you got surrogates out there talking about, now you're willing to support building a wall after you spoke against it. You know, is that true? Is it?
You lying to me? You said this yesterday, and then you said this today. Which one is it? What are we doing here? Let's go.
These are legitimate questions, is all I'm saying. I'm not castigating her. I'm not casting convictions upon her or anything like that. I'm saying we want to hear from her. I don't give a damn about hearing from Tim Walsh right now. He's the vice president nominee. We got it. We understand. We ain't trying to hear from him, though. We want to hear from her. Because we've been waiting to hear from you for 4 years.
That right there, you just debunked your whole argument. If we waiting to hear from her for 4 years and she been at work for 4 years, I don't know why anybody would vote for her for another 4 years. Would you guys agree? I mean, that's just it. Checkmate. You just checkmated yourself, right? Why would we be? You've been the vice president for 4 years. Why are we waiting to hear from you for 4 years? That's a wild amount of stagnation and not showing up to work. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down.
We want to see where you stand and why. And oh, by the way, it's Teflon done as Donald Trump may be. That's with his constituents. It's not with registered independents. That's who you're trying to win over. Where you at? Ladies and gentlemen, she ain't going up against Mitt Romney, who knows his stuff. Say what you want about Ron DeSantis. He knows his stuff. She ain't going up against Nikki Haley. Whatever your positions may be, with the border wall, with inflation, with crime in Democratic cities, although there's crime in Republican-led cities too, the point is, that ain't even it. The issue is, you did this in your first press conference, Kamala Harris.
Shout out to Dwayne Rhodes. What's good with it, bro? Stephen A. Smith going off, man.
You sat up there and said, believe me when I say I know Donald Trump's type. You talked about dealing with criminals, fraudsters, and
right.
Con artists.
Hey, facts. Shout out to Nikki. Throw some liking forces in the chat for Nikki. Facts. Get noticed with Nikki. Y'all better get them likes up before Robb lock y'all non-members out. Right. Facts. Shout out to Sugar Jones. What's good with it?
And then you said, believe me when I say, ladies and gentlemen, I know Donald Trump's type. Well, if you know his type and you're accustomed to dealing with him, why is he the one doing a bunch of interviews? Again, the strategy.
That's the point. That's the point. And again, this is the reason the interview that was supposed to help her didn't do anything except for help expose her. shout out to everybody. There's polls that are in the chat about the notifications and about if you guys feel that Stephen A. Smith is right or not. But again, we've been asking this question, and every time we go over this topic, I'm going to keep asking this question. After this interview, do you all think it improved public perception of Kamala Harris, or do you think it made public perception of Kamala Harris worse? Let me know what you guys think in the chat.
Strategy was fine. I'm not complaining about the strategy you employed up to this point. I'm saying be clear. That ain't going to win you the presidency.
Right. He doing all this right now. Shout out to Deneen, because Deneen got him down to a science. Deneen said she'll have him apologizing to her within a week. Remember what happened with D.L. Hughley. Facts. He doing all this. Hey, you did this. Hey, you did that. And everything you did was wrong. We're trying to win an election here. What are you doing? 2 days later, last week I did a podcast about Kamala Harris, and there were some pointed statements and charged remarks that I made. I just wanted to say that I meant those things with the best will and intentions. We all are here for the same thing. We all want to see Kamala Harris win the presidency. If anyone took what I said last week as being against Kamala Harris, then something's wrong with your ears, and something's even more wrong with your brain. Is that about what he gonna say? Shout out to Mash TV. What's good with it, bro? Is that about what he gonna say? That's probably what he gonna say, and we gonna react to that too. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna react to that too.
And for your first interview, and by the way, you know the code that he's using. Nod your head, Rashawn. Nod your head, Honor Free, especially you, Honor Free. Oh, especially you. All right, and you too, Bailey. All of you.
Who are the imaginary friends, bro? We don't know who none of these people are. I don't know who Rashawn is, bro. Who is Rashawn? Who is Bailey? Who are these people? Shout out to Cameron. What's good with it, bro? We don't see any of these folks that you're talking about, bro.
Believe me when I say I know Donald Trump's type. You talked about dealing with criminals, fraudsters,
bro,
and con artists.
Stephen A. Smith is so hilarious to me. Stephen A. and Eric Adams is two of my favorite people to react to. Anytime Stephen A. Smith or Eric Adams drop anything, y'all know off rip, y'all getting reactions to that. Them two are hilarious to me.
And then you said, believe me when I say, ladies and gentlemen, I know Donald Trump's type. Well, if you know his type and you're accustomed to dealing with him, why is he the one doing a bunch of interviews?
Hey, y'all remember when he apologized for making the comments about the AAPI baseball players in the Olympics? If y'all remember that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't, give me a thumbs down. Carlton said, then just because he'll apologize to the Nano Hats. Facts, he will. I just wanted to come out and say, I wanted to clarify a couple things that I said in my last podcast. He'll make sure that he take his Ativan too, so that his voice be at an even keel. He ain't gonna have all of that, you know what I'm saying? All of that in his voice, you know what I'm saying? Because Stephen A. Smith is all about his job and all about his paycheck. If he go too far, he gonna mess around and be in the soup line like this.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, the strategy was fine. I'm not complaining about the strategy you employed up to this point. I'm saying be clear. That ain't going to win you the presidency. And for your first interview, and by the way, you know the code that he's using. Nod your head, Rashawn. Nod your head, Honor Free, especially you, Honor Free. Oh, especially you. All right, and you too, Bailey. All of you. Nod your head.
All of you.
Is Trump?
Nod your head.
Yes,
all of you. All y'all in the comment section there. Nod your head.
No. Is Trump not using codes when he points out that she's hiding? He's leaning on gender. I'm a man. I'm strong. Look at the war in Russia in Ukraine with Russia.
Now listen, let me ask y'all this. This right here, Stephen A. Stephen A. got on some simp stuff. Stephen A. got on some simp stuff real quick.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
He turned into Simpin' Steven.
Simpin' Boston claim to be the key, but he lied about everything, don't mean a thing. Said he slept 1,000 women straight up lying. And when it comes to honesty, He's always trying.
He posted from not spending the time on the ladies, but we all know he's just fronting like crazy. Said he's a music producer, but it's all fake. Just a mask he wears, and it's all a mistake.
Simping Walter is where the lies, claiming things that he just never tries. What we see through his facades, plain to see. Simping Walter, you can't fool me. Simping Walter, you can't fool me. Simping Walter, you can't fool me.
Y'all think Stephen A got that simping out of his system yet? Now, why am I saying that Stephen A is being a simp? I'm saying that Stephen A is being a simp because unless he didn't pay attention to the DNC was 100% focused on women as if men were non-existent at all for anything other than to be, like how Tim Walz was, male support animals for the women who were there. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. So what Stephen A. Smith says is then he says that somehow Trump is trying to take quote unquote gender language. How many times have we heard Trump or J.D. Vance mention the word male? When it came to the DNC alone, how many times did they mention women and females? Are we serious here? This is what you call the latent, dormant activation of a simp chip. This is simp chip activation in real time. When you literally deny reality because you as a male are so butthurt about the critique that a woman that you have no influence over is getting. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Who raises men like this, man? Seriously.
Look at what's going on with Israel and Palestine in the Gaza Strip and beyond. Look at the kind of troubles that we experience.
And then he doesn't even go into it anymore. He mentions it as if it came out of just impulse, like it was a reflex, and then is gone within the next. He's talking about Gaza now. Look, watch.
Is that true? Is it? These are legitimate questions, is all I'm saying. I'm not castigating her. I'm not casting convictions upon her or anything like that. I'm saying we want to hear from her. I don't give a damn about hearing from Tim Walz right now. He's a vice president nominee. We got it. We understand. We ain't trying to hear from him, no. We want to hear from her. Because we've been waiting to hear from you for 4 years. We want to see where you stand and why. And oh, by the way, is Teflon done as Donald Trump may be, that's with his constituents.
Shout out to Military Muscle. Yo, everybody should shout out Military Muscle because Military Muscle about to get the chat turned on to members only. If y'all want the chat turned on to members only, throw some flames in the chat. If y'all don't, throw some thumbs down in the chat. Now, Military Muscle says, I can't wait to see Kamala beat Trump. I don't care who wins because neither of them are doing anything that we're looking for. We might get a little bit more residual balance from a Trump victory with the migrant crisis if he handles the migrant crisis better. But since Kamala Harris flip-flops like Simone Biles, maybe she'll build a wall taller than Trump's. So you'll be in the comment section laughing to yourself, live streaming to yourself, talking to yourself, making comments to yourself, only getting acknowledged when somebody's bored and wants to make a spectacle about you, the same way you are here and anywhere else you are online. You got any more questions? Let's go.
It's not with registered independents. That's who you're trying to win over. Where you at? Ladies and gentlemen, she ain't going up against Mitt Romney, who knows his stuff. Say what you want about Ron DeSantis. He knows his stuff. She ain't going up against Nikki Haley. Whatever your positions may be with the
facts. Shout out to the specialist. That boy acting just like a woman.
Just like a woman. Because some of you niggas, you be acting just like a woman. Nigga, Reaper keep it 1,000.
Facts. Facts. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said he part of the dunce hat crew. He more like the down the mama leg crew. You know what I'm saying?
Border wall, with inflation, with crime in Democratic cities, although there's crime in Republican-led cities too. The point is, that ain't even it. The issue is, you did this in your first press conference, Kamala Harris. You sat up there and said, believe me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. You talked about dealing with criminals, fraudsters, and, con artists. And then you said, believe me when I say, ladies and gentlemen.
This dude, look, check this out. Check this out. This dude said, Joe Boy Trump. You know what Trump is good for? Trump is good for people that come into my comment section that are Trump supporters, that are invested in Trump enough to buy merch from my merch store. That's what Trump is good for me. Man, you better learn how to get your life right and learn how to hustle. You know what I'm saying? You better get your life right and learn how to hustle. You know what I'm saying? And stop sitting up there acting
just like a woman. Because some of you niggas, you be acting just like a woman. Nigga, Reaper keep it 1,000.
Shout out to the Reaper over there doing good things at the Reaper.
I know Donald Trump's type. Well, if you know his type and you're accustomed to dealing with him, why is he the one doing a bunch of interviews? Again, the strategy was fine. I'm not complaining about the strategy you employed up to this point. I'm saying be clear. That ain't going to win you the presidency. And for your first interview, and by the way, you know the code that he's using. Nod your head, Rashawn. Nod your head, Honor Fee. Especially you, Honor Fee. Oh, especially you. All right. And you too, Bailey. All of you. Nod your head. Is Trump?
Yeah, he got on that old school New York accent. All these. You understand? See? Yeah. Shake your head if you understand. See? Yeah.
Yes or no? Is Trump not using codes when he points out that she's hiding? He's leaning on gender.
How is he leaning on gender that she's hiding? Somebody explain that to me. Somebody explain that to me. Somebody explain that to me. How is that implying gender? Now we'll see how that gets dealt with. We'll see how that gets dealt with. You're going to go to another man to whine about me instead of having a conversation with me. That sounds
just like a woman. Because some of you niggas, you be acting just like a woman. Nigga, Reaper keep it 1,000.
Shout out to Deneen.
Just like a woman. Because some of you niggas, you be acting just like a woman. Nigga, Reaper keep it 1,000.
And let me tell you something, bro. Let me explain something to you. You or anybody on YouTube try to come and get me to stop doing my YouTube or doing what I do, having a good time, and see what happened. You think you calling into another YouTuber show is going to stop me from saying or doing anything that I do? Man, come stop me dead in my tracks and bring whoever you want to with you. Serious? What you think this is? You got life messed up. We out here on YouTube trying to have a good time. And you think you're going to run to somebody and try to get me to stop saying what I'm saying? Stop doing what I'm doing? You're going to run the opposite direction from me? You know what that sound like?
Just like a woman. That's because some of you niggas, you be acting just like a woman. Nigga, Reaper keep it 1,000.
Shout out to Cameron. Cameron want to have a tribunal on you. Cameron said, Rob, can I send him on a one-way trip to Mars? He's disrupting the stream. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it to democracy. If y'all want Cameron to send him to the shadow realm, throw some flames in the chat. If y'all don't want Cameron to send him to the shadow realm, then give him a thumbs down and save his life. But you know what to do, Cameron. If you get the green light, do the times out. Do the timeout. Don't do the permanent block. Let's go.
I'm a man. I'm strong. Look at the war in Russia and in Ukraine with Russia. Look at what's going on with Israel and Palestine in the Gaza Strip and beyond. Look at the kind of troubles that we're experiencing, whether it's North Korea, it's China, or whatever, Iran, Iraq. I mean, come on, y'all. Look at all of this. You think she's strong enough? She can't even show up to do a hard interview. I show up all the time. This is what he's doing. We all know what that is. You feeding into machismo. You trying to say commander-in-chief. He didn't do that to Hillary. He said a lot of things about Hillary, like crooked Hillary and stuff like that. He ain't never impressed.
Right. Carlton know what's up. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton know exactly what's up.
She was scared. He ain't never implied she was running. Because Hillary Clinton was smart as a whip and know her stuff. We all know. The most qualified woman ever.
Facts. Now, let me ask you guys this question. I want to ask you guys this question. When other YouTubers got their subscribers going around into other people's chats, disrupting their stream, is the other YouTuber liable for that? Let me ask you guys this question. How many of y'all go all over the place and spam radiation emojis all over the place on YouTube in people's chats? That's my question for y'all. Now, if people was attacking people on YouTube, going all in their streams, dropping radiation emojis, and I'm like, y'all don't do that, and I don't check that, that's on me, right? Right? So when the OGs don't check the BGs, who's responsible? Let me know what y'all think in the chat.
Run for president in this country's history, without question. Ain't that supposed to be Kamala? HBCU grad, prosecutor, state attorney general, senator, reigning vice president of the United States of America. Kamala Harris has all the credentials in the world to stand tall, stand straight up, and be like, yo, this is the way it's going to be. Let's get it on. And as a prosecutor and as an attorney, as somebody who knows the law, as somebody who knows a criminal when she sees them, as somebody who knows a con artist when she sees them, and all of these other things that she said about him, why is this dude the one we see? Because the Democrats are telling her, well, you know what? Something ain't broke. Don't fix it. We gained this momentum.
Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to y'all. I appreciate everybody being in here. We got 51 people watching and we got 38 likes. If everybody could take a moment, smash that like button. Let's try to get to 80. If you guys haven't hit the bell, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. Let's go.
This momentum, we gained this momentum. They are right about that. And I'm not disagreeing with anybody on my team who feels otherwise. Here's my point. It doesn't matter if the regular process had been followed. But because they avoided the primaries, because they were accused of greasing the skids to disguise and hide Joe Biden from the rest of us in terms of the decline that was clearly taking place. She is now the Democrat.
Now, how many people remember when they were calling it mis and disinformation when people who were asking questions like, yo, what's up with Joe Biden and all these glitches that he be having? They were calling that mis and disinformation despite multiple compilation videos of people showing him stuttering and falling off of bikes, falling upstairs. It was an abnormal amount of these occurrences, and they were literally going around acting like there was nothing wrong. If you guys recall that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't, give me a thumbs down. How many of you all recall them saying that talking about the migrant crisis was quote unquote right-wing propaganda? You got that going on out here.
Democratic nominee, without having had to have a debate, without having to experience a primary, without having to campaign, it was handed to her in the eyes of the opposition. That is what they're going to say about her. Say what you will about Trump. He's supposed to be a criminal, right?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be in jail, right?
Shout out to G. Mars. That's exactly what they said. That's exactly what they said. If you guys agree with G. Mars and have seen that in places, give me a thumbs up. If y'all haven't, give me a thumbs down. They were, remember, it just came out with the Facebook stuff. They were also saying that the Hunter Biden laptop back in 2020 was disinformation, Russian trolls, Russian bots, agents, and all of this stuff. And it's now come out. Mark Zuckerberg has come out and said that the Biden administration, the administration that's all about democracy, was reaching their hands into technology. We got to stream up about that. Shout out to my man Lunch. Make sure you guys show him some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Lunch, funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Get the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
I'm rich, biatch.
Definitely appreciate you, bro. My man Lunch says, show a little love if you can. Yo, I appreciate ducking enforcement at all times, bro.
Oh, nearly $500 million, right? The bottom line is he's been the Republican nominee since 2016. And he's been through a myriad of debates. And on top of all of that, he got all of this law, these legal issues descending down upon him. And the people have spoken. The Republicans said they want him. All of them. Nobody said that about Kamala Harris until July 21st. So you don't get to just skate to the election and have a debate September 10th.
Shout out to April. What's good with it, April?
You know what? We may barely see you. Nah. Why also, ladies and gentlemen, Biden wasn't doing a bunch of interviews prior to the debate on June 27th and then what happened thereafter with July and him stepping aside. So we have a White House that hasn't been active participants in communicating with the fourth estate, spanning months while you're running this country. Nah. I want you, Kamala Harris, to go out here.
Shout out to Crew Reality. Yo, throw some wrenches in the chat for Crew Reality. Welcome to the unit. Welcome to the unit.
And whip you know what of Donald Trump.
Shout out to Black Free Thinker. What's good with it, bro?
Because it shouldn't be that hard. Who's going to vote for him is going to vote for him. Just like the left is going to vote for you. But us independents, yo, you can't take him.
Yo, how many of y'all think that Stephen A is really an independent? I think, if I'm not mistaken, Charlemagne is going around trying to say that he's an independent too. How legitimate is that? What's y'all takes on the legitimacy of Charlemagne and Stephen A's quote unquote independence? Would y'all agree that they're actually independent? I got doubts. I got doubts.
That's like Tommy Hearns or Mike Tyson getting into the ring with somebody with a glass jaw. You should be able to take them. We know they could fight too, but once they get clipped by somebody the likes of you, they supposed to fall. You prosecutor. You should be able to handle this because of him. Say Nikki Haley or somebody you're going against. This is him. Shouldn't be hard. That was my point. That is my point.
I actually agree with what he's saying. I actually agree with this part right here, what he's saying. And this is my whole thing about how she struggled through this on easy mode. How do you struggle through something on easy mode? That didn't help the public perception. Shout out to Adrian. What's good with you, bro? Her struggling through a tailor-made home court advantage does not help the public perception. This interview was designed to improve the public perception, and it made it worse. That means that at this point, they don't have a known nomogram for being able to create positive PR experiences for Kamala Harris. That's a huge problem. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down.
And that's going to be my point until we see her campaigning the way presidential candidates normally campaign. She's got my vote because I can't vote.
And after all of that, Stephen A. still says you got my vote. Can't make it up. You can't make it up.
Him.
So here's my question. What is Stephen A. going to get? So Stephen A., after all of this, Stephen A. comes out and says, you've got my vote. Okay, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? No problem. What are you planning on receiving for that vote? I'm going to ask you guys, what has Stephen A. secured for his vote?
For you. But us independents, yo, you can't take him. That's like Tommy Hearns or Mike Tyson getting into the ring with somebody with a glass jaw. You should be able to take them. We know they can fight too, but once they get clipped by somebody the likes of you, they supposed to fall. You prosecutor. You should be able to handle this because of him. Say Nikki Haley or somebody you're going against. This is him. Shouldn't be hard. That was my point.
Shout out to Adrian. Adrian says, I'm going to send you a Jill Stein interview that I just saw. She deletes Kamala without any prep. Yo, bet. I'm going to check it out. Yo, if y'all interested in seeing a reaction to that, give me a thumbs up in the chat. And shout out to the replay gang on the replay. If you right here and you see this, if y'all want to see a reaction to this Jill Stein interview, let me know in the chat. Shout out to Deneen. Deneen said, save your voice. You said, you said, stop doing this.
Just like a woman. That's because some of you niggas, you be acting just like a woman. Nigga, Reaper keep at 1,000.
Save your voice. You know what I'm saying? Stop acting dumb.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
That is my point. And that's going to be my point until we see her campaigning the way presidential candidates normally campaign. She's got my vote.
So after all of that, all the issues, all the abnormalities, all the critiques, even the lack of confidence because of the unorthodox campaign and rise to the #1 candidacy. What my question is, what's the justification? What's the reason?
Because I can't vote for him. But I don't want to vote for her just because I don't want to vote for him.
But you already said that you're going to do that. Like you already said that that's what you're going to do. So why would you then do something that you don't want to do? I'm going to do what I don't want to do, despite the fact that there's no terminal pressure on me to do it. I don't understand that. It's not like somebody got a gun to your head. Shout out to training day. Not like I had a gun to your head. You know what I'm saying?
You should be able to handle this because of him.
Shout out to Betterworth. What's good with it,
Say
bro?
Nikki Haley or somebody you're going against. This is him. Shouldn't be hard. That was my point. That is my point. And that's going to be my point until we see her campaigning the way presidential candidates normally campaign. She's got my vote because I can't vote for him. But I don't want to vote for her just because I don't want to vote for him.
Right. Shout out to Deneen. Deneen said, what's the point of this then? The point of this is for smaller YouTubers like me to be able to grow my channel somewhat.
I want to vote for her because she shows me she's the one. And anything that she hasn't shown, I'm not even blaming her.
Why would she need to show you that you're the one, that she's the one, if you're already just going to give her the vote? You literally, so she can give you an incomplete product and you will give her a complete payment for it. It doesn't make any sense. He literally has said, I will commit a complete payment to you because I don't like the other guy. That basically means no matter what your performance level is at, you will still be entitled to my payment to you, contingent on the other guy being the option. Would you guys, if you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. That is completely contradictory to his entire message.
I'm saying the party has paved the way and greased the skids. We can't let that continue to happen. You got to show up and earn it. I'm a sports guy. I remember in 1991, if I remember correctly, Mike Tyson was scheduled to fight Michael Spinks for the heavyweight championship of the world. And Mike Tyson was furious because there was a delay in Michael Spinks coming out to the ring, so much so that he reportedly punched a hole in the wall. He was that damn furious. Mike Tyson had no idea that what held up Michael Spinks wasn't some gimmick or anything. Michael Spinks was in his locker room crying, according to numerous reports, crying because he had to go out there and fight Mike Tyson. And the promoter, Butch Lewis, that was in the locker room with him, do you know what Butch Lewis was doing? Crying with him. Crying with him. But still hugging him while crying and saying, you got to go out, champ. You got to go out there. You got to fight. Because they had $13 million to get. That's the truth.
So there goes Stephen A. telling you right there. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the dollars.
Cash rules everything around me. Queen, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Silence. I ain't got no money, punk.
There it is.
Story, according to everybody that I spoke to. And all I'm saying to y'all is, when you want something, when you want the crown, you got to go out there and fight. Because Trump is calling out.
But here go the thing, though. According to what you just said, Kamala Harris doesn't have to. She doesn't have to fight for your vote. The only thing that she has to do is not be Trump, and that's automatically earned her your vote. So there's no standard of expectation for her to be anything other than Trump. She could be the worst candidate in the world, but her not being Trump has earned you her vote, or has earned her your vote. That doesn't make any sense. That is a complete contradiction. That's a complete contradiction. There should be something that should be secured and received for the vote. Now, if Kamala Harris is going to offer it, or if Trump is going to offer it, whoever's going to offer it, whoever earns a vote should get a vote. If you don't earn a vote, you shouldn't get a vote. I don't understand why, when it comes to voting, there's a different standard on earning the vote than there is a different standard of earning money at work. Somebody will call you lazy if you go to work and sit there for 8 hours and get the same pay as somebody that's working at full capacity for 8 hours. But somebody that has not earned your vote can still earn your vote and still have other people attack you for not giving them the vote, just for simply not existing in another person's skin. What a lot of these people are saying is that for Kamala Harris simply not existing as Donald Trump, that's enough to have earned her the vote. I disagree. That's not enough to have earned her the vote. She has to provide something through her policy and influence to the voter for that to earn her the vote, not just the random chance of not being born somebody else. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate each and every one of y'all being here. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. All right. Shout out to the stream sponsors. Make sure you guys show these people some love, because without the stream sponsors, ain't no streams. Shout out to my man, the specialist. Shout out to my man Lunch. I definitely appreciate it. Make sure y'all throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat. Don't move a muscle. Wait till the outro song finish. It'll take you into the next stream. Hit the like button, drop a comment over there, and I will catch y'all then. And with that being said,